welcome to Jack and Cat Adventures. Today we're going to be making easy Schnecken. They're like miniature cinnamon rolls and they are to die for. So let's start. You need 48 small muffin pan holes. Mine are 24 and 24, so that's 48. You're going to melt some butter and you are going to butter these really good. I mean really good. Your oven should be preheated to 375. Some of the special things you might not have at home for this recipe is you need 2 8-ounce containers of the crescent rolls or the crescent roll sheets. I got the sheets, it makes it much easier, but if you can't find the sheets, then just get the crescent rolls. I found the sheets at Walmart actually, so if you have a Walmart, check that out. Alright, so now we have our pans all buttered. So in a bowl, you're going to take 1 stick of butter, a half a cup of packed brown sugar, and 3 teaspoons of light corn syrup. And you're just going to take a spatula and mash it all together. This is going to be like the sticky stuff on top of a cinnamon roll. You'll also need 48 pecan halves, you don't even need to pull out a mixer for this cookie recipe, which is nice. Just make sure you mix it really good. Make sure you can't see the butter streaks in it. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put some in here and we're going to put it up around the sides. And all I do is I just take my finger and I just kind of push it around. And if you have a little bit of a hole, just go ahead and fill it. Alright. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put your pecan half ridge side down, so flat side up, because that is going to become your top, okay? Just set it right in there, and I'll finish all these and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so our pans are ready. Now, if you run out of the sugar mixture that you're putting in the bottom of your pan, just make more. You can't go wrong with having a little bit too much. Don't have too little, because then the nuts won't stick to the top of your roll. Make sure you have enough in the bottom to set that nut on so it'll kind of bake in, okay? So I'm going to put these to the side and we're going to make our filling now. So with your filling, you're going to need a half a cup of packed brown sugar, a half a cup of pecan pieces done in your food processor really fine, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and 2 tubes of crescent rolls. Now, I'm just going to whisk this stuff together. Alright? And then, like I said, I got the crescent roll sheets. Now, if you have just the regular crescent rolls, you're going to open them and cut them right down the middle where that seam is, okay? Then you're going to unroll it and pinch the seams together. And you're going to put some flour on your board. Let me wipe my board. And then we're going to roll it out to 12 by 6. Alright, so I unrolled my full sheet. I put a little bit of flour down. And now, since I'm not cutting mine in half, I'm going to have to double my sheet because, like I said, yours will be 12 by 6 if you cut it in half with your crescent rolls. But since I'm using the sheet, it's going to be 12 by 24. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little rolling pin and just keep rolling it out. Alright, so you're going to use just a quarter, well I'm going to use a half a cup, half of the filling because I didn't separate mine. So you would use a quarter of the filling if you're just using the single roll right now. Okay. All right, and then you're going to roll it jelly style. Let me just put a little bit more on here. Okay, we're going to roll it jelly style, so just start rolling.
Need a couple extra hands in there?
No, I'm good. Okay, I'm just going to pull this up over. Okay. All right, so I cut these in half, and then in half, and then in half again. I'm supposed to get 24. I only got 16. I'm not concerned. I have more rolls of dough that we can do. We can just make more filling for it. Don't fuss if you come up short on some of it, just make more or just leave it empty. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your cut side up and stick it in your pans and push it in pretty tightly. Alright, so we got one tray done. They're going into 375-degree oven for 10 minutes. We're going to check them at 10 minutes. They might need to go longer. We'll see. Alright, so I'm just getting done with my second pan here. And for easier rolling, make sure you keep your crescent roll dough cold until the last minute. Keep it in the refrigerator until you're ready to start cutting it. Because if it gets too soft, it gets really hard to manipulate.
It gets real sticky.
It's real sticky. Like I said, just push them in as best you can.
And if you look way in the back, just past Kat's elbow, you can see the first pan in the oven baking.
And I guarantee this will be the favorite Christmas cookie of the year for your family. I guarantee it.
As far as I'm concerned, they may not see tomorrow.
Alright, I have my oven set it for 10 minutes and I will check them at 10. Alright, these took exactly 10 minutes in my oven. They're nice and brown. You want them golden brown like that. As soon as they come out, we're going to flip them onto a tray with parchment paper or a silicone pad. Pad got a little stuck. Alright. You want to help me
come
grab?
out.
Yeah.
Alright, hang on, let me grab the tray.
Yeah, you grab it. I'm going to get my thingy out. My spatula so I can push the nuts back into.
There's one sticker.
Alright, there you go. Now,
Watch
mine
yourself.
did go all over the oven, so put a rack underneath, put a pan underneath your cookie sheet when you bake it. Now, see, some of these came out. Just put them back on and push them into the bread, and when this hardens, it'll hold the nut in. Just be careful when you flip those out of the oven because they are hot. This sticky stuff will burn you. I'm just going through them, pushing them back in, make sure they're all good. Okay, now I'm just going to let these cool for a little bit. Alright, so here's our finished product. They look and smell wonderful. Just don't forget, make sure your dough is cold. And when you go to store these, store them in a container with a tight lid and single layer with wax paper between. And just keep them in a cool place. If you want to freeze them, I suppose you can. I've never froze mine, but you can try. So if you try this, please let me know down below. Like, share, give us your comments. And don't forget to subscribe, and remember, you do you. Alright, so here's our finished icebox cookies. They did take 15 minutes, maybe a little bit more. Make sure you keep checking them. They should be nice and brown, light brown on the bottom. That's what you want them to look like, okay? So please try these and let me know what you like and didn't like about them. And remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember, you do you.